But just getting into practicalities of the technology as well. From a consumer, for someone who doesn't know, how D2M works at all, would you be able to shed any light on, what the potential user experience will look like for the technology? Like, how would you interface with
I
it?
think, see, the user experience will evolve. There will be the most obvious use cases, which will be linear streaming. Well, like, for example, DD Free Dish today carries a large number of television channels. Some of them are also available on the OTT platform Waves. Why not? The same content would potentially be available on D2M. That's one possibility. The other possibility could be where a radio, for example. Today, there's a big debate on digital radio. India is still grappling with, how should it transition to digital radio and so on. But if, let's say, you adopted D2M, then there's no need for a separate radio architecture. Same architecture can deliver your radio service and a large number of them. So it completely disrupts the radio landscape. So that's another possibility. There you don't have to, create another island of broadcast infrastructure and then separately have spectrum for it and manage it. So that's another use case. Third is, of course, your alerts and your disaster management and emergency alerting and messages of public importance and so on. But I think the bigger disruption and perhaps the opportunity is if we can uh, help the telecom networks offload some of their load. Because if millions of people are watching the same IPL match, why do we need million streams? Yeah, eating up the bandwidth and choking up the networks. It can be done infinitely with guarantee of experience, guarantee of quality of service over the broadcast channel. Right. So those are the kinds of things where I think the real value would come from. However, that will require the telecom operators to work within this architecture and collaborate at the end and find out where that value is. Because for something like 5G, the density of cell sites that have to be built is going to be a big, uh, you know, capex for that, capital expenditure for it. And it's not sustainable. And unless data prices go up, you can't recover. And in India, that is that's the pressure is, right? The moment you increase your data plan a little bit, there's a huge pushback. So how do you do it? So that's one challenge. How do you ensure that where people are consuming such large amounts of live streaming, how do you ensure no buffering? How do you ensure quality of service, which you can't do on the internet? Right. So there is immense latent value for telecom. So to me, it is not a threat. To me, it is actually something that reduces their burden, eases their network condition, and allows them to provide value when quality of service, which today they cannot guarantee any